Welcome, learners, to the Top Notch TV. This is a chemistry lesson, and your teacher is Martin Bunguswa. In today's chemistry lesson, we want now to look at comparison between Soapy and Soapless detergents. We want to look at comparison in terms of advantages and their disadvantages, the effects that these particular substances could be having on the atmosphere. In our last lesson, we had discussed about the mode of action of the soap, the mode of action of the soapless, and also how they can be represented. Now we want to start by looking at the comparison between soapy and soapless detergents. Soaps are made from vegetable oils and fats, while soapless detergents are made using long-chain alkenes that comes from petroleum products. That is the products of fractional distillation of crude oil. Soaps are cheaper, but soapless detergents are expensive. But it also depends on whether it is a hand wash or machine wash. Machine wash detergents are more expensive than hand wash detergents. Soaps are slightly soluble in water, but detergents are very soluble. You notice when you put Omo in water, you only have to shake slightly and lather forms. But for soaps, you have to apply and apply and apply before it dissolves in water and becomes useful. Soaps can be broken down by bacteria so easily that in chemistry we say they are biodegradable. But soapless detergents are non-biodegradable. That means they can pollute the environment when they are disposed anyhowly. Now, what are the advantages, therefore, of soapy over soapless? So one of the advantages we've already mentioned is that soapy detergents are cheap and biodegradable, but soapless detergents are non-biodegradable and hence they pollute the environment. Disadvantages of soapy is that they form scum with hard water. So I want to know what is scum. Hard water contains calcium and magnesium ions. And when you wash clothes with hard water, the calcium ions combines with the soap. The magnesium ions combined with the soap. A displacement reaction occurs whereby, as you can see on the screen here, this is the C17H35CONA combining with water containing magnesium ions. We find necessary to just write magnesium ions because that is the active ion. The magnesium replaces the sodium. That's called displacement. And the compound that we get is C17H35COO brackets 2Mg. This compound is known as scum. If I also use calcium, I also use this one, which is also called scum. Scum is magnesium stearate or calcium stearate. And scum is insoluble. It therefore wastes soap. You have to use a lot of it for the whole thing to dissolve. And that's what we call the disadvantage of soapy detergents. Where, on the other hand, soapless detergents do not form scum. Yes, they react with calcium ions from the hard water. They react with magnesium ions from the hard water. But the compound that they form is soluble. And that's why we say they do not form scum. Therefore, there will be no wastage of that particular soap. That is the meaning of scum. When you did the topic on water hardness, you're able also to discuss more of the other effects of hard water. So this is the formula for magnesium stearate and the formula for calcium stearate, which are commonly known as scum. But for the purpose of soapless detergent, we form a similar compound, but this compound is very soluble. Disadvantage of now you notice that the advantage of a soapy detergent is a disadvantage of a soapy detergent. A disadvantage of a soapy detergent is an advantage of a soapy detergent. So that is all that we learn in as far as soaps and detergents are concerned. Remember to subscribe to our Top Notch TV to watch more of this episode that we're discussing involving organic chemistry, so that in our next lesson we shall now wind up the chemistry which is called applied by looking at what we call polymers. Polymerization as a process where we shall look at which are these natural polymers, which are these condensation polymers. Most of the clothes that we are wearing are made of polymers. We are going to look at something called nylon. We are going to look at something called polythene. We're going to look at rubber. That is now to prepare you to what we're going to cover next. And remember, to get all that information, you need a book which is called The Chemistry Top Notch Guru, which is here with us. It has all those, the composition of all the many things that we have discussed. It will be a handbook because you'll be writing in it. As you listen to what you're discussing online, you now go and do what you call hands-on activities, where you'll be putting everything down on book, and that way we shall be moving together as chemists. And we come to the end of that particular lesson for the day.